So today is Wednesday. Is it Wednesday? No, it's Thursday. Thursday the 4th of November 2021. And I'm on my morning walk, and this is where I collect my thoughts and plan my day ahead. Sometimes it's raining, sometimes it's hot and sunny. Today it's fresh and it's gorgeous actually. For me, being an English guy from the north of England, this sort of weather is lovely. So yeah, I walk along here. I think about the things I have to do. In my mind, I plan the work that I have to do urgently, and then I plan how I will tackle the stuff that's less urgent. But I go for these walks, not every day, but some days, most days actually. Sometimes different locations. This is lovely because no one's here, and I'm sort of by myself, which is great. And I thought I would shoot this because I know some people like a little bit of background information, and to see what people are doing, what their thoughts are. And I think I'd mentioned in one of my other videos that I'm a business consultant and I like technology, and I thought I would continue with that. Technology that I like, in fact I like all technology. I studied engineering, mechanical engineering at university, and then I did business studies, and I knew I liked machines and mechanical things, and also I liked physics and science. I knew I liked things like that. And I think that is a personality type, actually. I think when I've met people in work and friends, and you can always tell someone is a little bit like you when they like wristwatches or cars or engines and computers. And someone like me, it's a little bit boring. I love engines and computers and cars and understanding how things work. And even though I'm not a scientist, I spend a lot of time with scientists, and I listen to a lot of their teaching, and I really admire that stuff, and I really enjoy learning. So yeah, it's actually, this is quite a nice place. I'll just spin around. You might be able to see it if I just go out there. Yeah, this is a lovely place. In fact, I'm just going to spin the camera. Oh no, I can't do it. So I might spin around again. In fact, why don't I spin around this way? And hopefully I'm not going too fast, so you all get dizzy looking at me and the background. But there we go. My work experience. So I've always admired people like Elon Musk, actually, and Steve Jobs in particular. People that are a little bit boisterous and out there, but get things done and have a can-do attitude, and really live their purpose. I've always thought that's a very attractive quality in a person, especially in business. I really enjoy that, and I think for many people, finding your purpose in life, isn't easy. There are things that we like, things that we can do, and jobs that we have. And I bet you at least half, one in two people out there is doing a job that they never really thought that they wanted to do. They left school, either went to university or started working, and they're in a job that they never really planned to be in. And the world that we live in, it's not that easy. It's to understand everything at a young age and get your career on the right path, the right direction. But anyway, So we end up in a job, and we make the most of it. And some people, in one respect, excel at what they do. I'm thinking of people like Elon Musk and Steve Jobs there. There are other people, but right now they're not coming to my mind. Those two guys are the ones that I'm thinking about. But yeah, so doing stuff that has high value and is your job as well. So it means that you actually like it. And I always think of that it's very cliched, but I believe it's very real. Find something you love doing and you'll never work a day again in your life. And that sentence has always really got me. I've always really been inspired whenever I hear that, and I've tried very much to emulate that myself. But as we know, in this world, it's very competitive, very tough. And the most successful people, you'll find that they've always worked so hard to get there. It never comes easy, it never comes free. You have to work. And and not everyone makes it, and that doesn't mean that you're not good. It just means that not everyone can make it. There are some marketplaces where there can't be 10 different Facebooks. It wouldn't work. My mind quickly goes to MS-DOS, which was the computer operating system that Microsoft adopted. And one of the reasons that worked was because computers around the world, they needed a protocol, something that everyone could use. And so MS-DOS became, the big operating system. A few years later, Steve Jobs looked at Unix, and he thought this was the better operating system for computers. Well, maybe not better, maybe he thought it had advantages. I actually think it's better, and he adopted that for Apple's operating system. Mac OS it's now called. So anyway, where was I? Yeah, so yes, work, what drives us. And I think, what I'm going to try and do with these videos is provide something that's informative and helpful at the very least. And I'm hoping that within what I say, all the nonsense I'm going to come out with, that there's some inspiration there. And if I do that, this is all worth it. Now, I've just mentioned something that I probably need to... Yes, so I imagine I'm going to talk about controversial things. So I will be talking about world politics, economics, viruses, pandemics, wars around the world, what governments do. And I know that I'm going to say things that will annoy people, but I have to say right at this point, it's not my intention to fall out with anyone. And if I'm annoying someone and it's my fault, I am going to apologise because it's not my intention. But every now and again, I imagine that, there'll be opinions and there'll be, falling out. But I very quickly want to remedy any falling out and any miscommunication. And if I offend anyone or say anything I shouldn't have said, I do want to deal with that very quickly. So I'm aware that I'm going to say things that are not going to be popular. In fact, I don't know. I'll try and I'll have to see how it goes. Maybe I can. I'm going to test it and see how we get on. But I must stress, nothing that I do, I intend it to be offensive, hurt people or annoy people. That's not what I'm trying to do. It's not what I'm about. It's not what I'm trying to be about. But I do know that, hang on, who have we got here? I do know this dog actually. He's very cute, and he wants me to play with him. And I can't play with you today. So, yes, the scope of discussion is going to be wide. It's all going to be centered around the world we live in and business, doing jobs, and how we all fit in this world. And I really hope to be informative, inspirational, and hopefully I'm going to get other people on this channel that are, number one, more interesting than me and better behaved. And hopefully that will happen. I don't know. If it doesn't happen, it means, number one, I've stopped doing this because in fact, I don't really know. Do you know, sometimes you try something and it just doesn't work. Sometimes you try something, you've no idea if it's going to work or not, and it works. So I suppose this is one of those cliched things. It's the beginning of a journey and we don't know exactly where it's all going. But very briefly, to scope out what this channel is about, we are going to talk about the world we live in, stuff that goes on, things that people do that are wrong, and things that people do and they are right. And we're going to look for positives, we're going to look for stuff that's good, and I hope that anyone watching this stuff, hopefully you're not going to be bored silly, and if you do get through this whole thing, I hope that at least there's some inspiration, hopefully a little bit of entertainment, but I'm hoping to inspire. I hope I say something that makes somebody else think something that contributes to something getting better in their life. So inspirational via saying stupid things. So I'm going to say ciao for now. Now also again, if this video is not very good, I'll just take it down and I will hope to re-video it. So everything's very rough and ready at the moment, including my hair. And so yes, if you don't like something, you want a subject matter being discussed, please mention it down below, and I will consider absolutely everything. And have a good day.